Welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage. Today we're going to be having a look at KASPA. Let's get into the charts and see what's going on. Okay, so in the primary way that we're still looking at this structure, we're saying that this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as we came into this 50% level, we're talking about that possibility of rallying up in this fifth. Now, it is possible that we are still actually looking to complete this fifth. The most common target would be this 6612, this 558 region. And this would be the most common area that we'd actually be looking for a fifth wave. Now, we need to be careful because there are other interpretations of this count here. And what we could still have is that there is the potential that this impulse actually completed further back here. And this whole move could still be a bigger corrective structure where we still see a bigger pushback down, potentially into this 382 to this 50% if it's going to be shallow, alternatively to the 618 to the 786 if we're going to see a deeper retracement. We're going to go over these two ideas here. Now, within the primary count that I'm still following, which is this one, what I'm looking for is this fifth wave to the upside. So we're going to discuss how this can be playing out, and we're going to come in a bit closer here and have a look at these internal waves. Okay, so now we're going to discuss this in this way, where what we were saying is that this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is our fourth, and we're looking for this fifth wave to the upside. Now, it is possible that still within this structure, we do have a little bit more to come here, and I'm actually going to delete these subwaves because I've relabeled this. And what we were saying is that, we could be looking for this fifth wave to extend. We talked about a few targets. This 1618 here, if we're going to get a bigger fifth wave extension, could be a target. We're talking about this 1-to-1. Now, we've actually hit this 1-to-1 level, but now because we've actually seen this move hit this zone here of this 1618 here, it is possible that internally here we could still be extending as well. So within this idea, what we're saying is that the internals of this leg would be 1, 2, this would all become 3, and then we'd be looking for this as a fourth and a fifth. Now, the most common target area that we look for a fourth wave is between this 48182 to this 45654. Now, if we do see another push to the downside here, this would actually align with coming back into this lower area here of this 45645, and then we'd be looking for this fifth wave to the upside. Losing this zone would be an early indication that this count could be potentially looking to complete up into this high already. But given this structure here, it would make a lot more sense if we do have an additional fourth and a fifth, and then we'll have to see what happens from there. If we do get this additional fifth wave, it is possible this fourth wave could complete here. We could look to push up directly, but effectively I would still be looking for one more 5-wave structure to the upside. Now, if we do continue to push up here and we hit this fifth wave target, we need to just be a little bit careful about how we're counting this from that point. It's going to become key then that if we do move up into this high, if we do maintain this previous fourth wave area, we can look for potential extension to the upside. So we're going to be monitoring this. If we do see this actual fifth wave confirm here, we could then be looking for this additional structure where we get an additional fourth and a fifth and a fourth and a fifth and so on and so forth here. Now, there's two ways we're discussing that. We're saying that, potentially if we're looking at this, we could say that this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we get this fifth wave complete. And then what we'd be saying then is that we'd have an additional fourth wave in the white fourth wave here. We don't really have a target for this. I can put it onto this this area over here. So if I just overlay these two here, what we could do is actually push this up into this typical target box area, and that would give us a possible zone. Now, within this idea here, what we'd then be saying is that as long as we hold above this red line here, this 36973, and above this 50% 41359, then potentially we could be looking for this to continue to the upside, where this becomes 1, 2, this whole move becomes 3, we get a smaller retracement for a fourth and a fifth, and then we carry on in this fifth wave here. Now, this would then look to actually complete the bigger fifth wave here. So we need to just be careful that if we do complete a 5-wave move to the upside like this, this actually aligns with pushing us up into this blue box area that we've got here of the 66168 to this 55873 region. So we need to just be on the lookout that if we do complete this as a 5-wave move up, we could be setting up for a bigger retracement, possibly back into this low again, before looking for that additional fifth wave to the upside after that point. So that's what I'm going to be looking out for, after this looks to complete. Now, in the other alternative, like I said, we said that this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're looking for a fifth wave. So it's going to be key here how we respond to the different target boxes. If we do have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and actually the fifth wave is extending, this would mean that the move would then complete and we'd see a deeper retracement. If we are looking at this alternative that we went over here, we'd be looking for an additional fourth wave down and then seeing a continuation up one more time again in the fifth wave. So it's going to be important as to how we respond around this area if we do see this move looking to actually have that fourth wave retracement. Now it is also possible that we could argue that we have this as 1, 2, this is 1, 2, and then we're looking to extend out here. Now within this idea, what we'd be saying is that internally here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're still looking for a fifth wave to the upside. Now, the ideal location I'd like to see this blue count get to is this 54786. If we do get a push up to this 54786, then this would align with this idea here that internally we have 1, 2, 3, that internally here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would then look to push us up towards this third wave location. And then from that point, what we'd then be looking for is a fourth wave and a fifth wave to the upside, once again holding that previous fourth wave location. The difference with this is that this would actually be calling for a few additional fifths to the upside. So this is what I'm saying. It's going to be very important if we do continue to hold this bullish structure here and we do get this white count play out where this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and we get another push up, then it's going to be important how we respond to these previous fourth wave areas. If we hold them, we can look to rally. If this count is actually the count that's actually in play here, what we'd be then expecting is the blue count to play out. We'd get a fourth wave in the yellow count, fifth wave in the yellow count, then we'd still have an additional fourth and a fifth higher up here, which could look to push us higher up into that higher target, you know, that we discussed, saying that this move could be looking for the 66618 level, which would look to push us up into this higher range here. So we're going to be watching out for this. It's going to be important to watch the subwaves on this one. We'll keep you up to date as best we can. Effectively, as long as we hold the previous fourth wave, we can look for this possibility of extension. Now, we need to be careful, like I said previously, that if this impulse is actually completed here, and we fail to, you know, complete that good structure here to the upside in that fifth wave, what we could start to see is that this move in itself could just be a corrective structure. And now if this is a corrective structure, what we need to be very careful of is that this move could actually be looking to develop in a bigger, either a W, X, and a Y pattern, in which case we would have 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then another 3 waves to the downside. 1-to-1 target currently would be this 31334, which would be back into these lows effectively. And then what we would be looking for after that point would be that possibility of a fifth to the upside. If, however, we get this as a bigger A, B, and a C, this could actually mean that we get a flat correction, which if we stay below this high, the target would still be towards that 1-to-1 level. If we push above that high and we fail to develop the additional waves that we need for that 5-wave structure, we need to be careful of a bigger flat correction looking to play out here, where, you know, we could see this whole move become a bigger flat here where this becomes A, B, and C, and then that would line up more with the idea of actually seeing a retest of this lower 382 to this 50% level. And the key thing here is that if we do see another push down like this, it would mean that it's not very likely that this is a fourth wave, because effectively the invalidation of this would be this high here. So this is why I'm watching out for, you know, if we do just get 3 waves up here, we could look for that continuation to the downside here in either a bigger WXY or a bigger ABC pattern. Now, given the structure that we've got here, we also need to be careful that this isn't just A, B, and we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we look to break down. So this is why I'm saying we need to be careful of this more bearish idea, that if we just see this as 3 waves up, we could start to see a more impulsive sell-off to the downside, or it could be a 3-wave move. But the key thing is that effectively, you know, once we complete the 5-wave move that we've got here, which is this white one, it would still align with having one more push up here, this corrective structure. If we do hold this 45654 and we do hold this high of this wave 1 here, which is sitting at this 43275. We can look for this fifth wave target. This would align with coming into this 1236, which would be this 53693 to this 5425 as a potential target here, you know, for this C wave, which would align with this idea of having the white count. So it's going to be key here. Basically, if we are looking at this as 1 2 here, and we see this as 3, we would be expecting to find support higher up here. Within this count, what we'd be saying is that price is going to do this A, B, and then C. Now the C wave could potentially look to take out this low again if we do look to push above the high. Alternatively, we could see, you know, a smaller move down like this, where we just look to just slightly break it and then look for a reversal after that point. So we're going to be watching these zones to see how we react. Coming in here and having a look at the daily pivots, what we can see is that we are currently above our central lines here, which is this 48285, and we have this 45894 as our bottom line here. Now, if we do look to move back to the downside here and we lose these central lines, I will be looking to see if we find support at this S1, which is sitting here at this 44244. Losing that level, we could potentially look to test out the previous daily low here at this 41913, and if we lose that zone, other targets for today to the downside would be 39017, 36140, and this 30982 as potential downside targets. If, however, we maintain above these central lines and we continue to rally, I will be watching this 52390, 55211, 60556, and this 63340 as potential upside targets for today. So this would align with us continuing to extend out here and looking to push to the upside. Now, moving over here and having a look at the weekly pivot points, what we can see is that we've actually found support here above our R2 line here. If we do continue to hold this level, I will be watching out for that potential of a test of this R3, which is sitting at this 52872, which would align with the idea of seeing an additional push to the upside here, looking to target out this fifth wave. So going to be watching this zone if we do see price look to move up there. Now, price can move through these levels, so we need to be also aware of that. If we do start to get more impulsive structure, it could look to pass through those zones. Now, moving over into the monthly pivots, what we can see is that we've actually moved back through our central lines. We bounced off of this top line here and we've had a bit of a rally. Now, we have actually found support temporarily here on our R1 line, which is sitting at this 46321. If we do continue to hold this level, I'll be looking for the possibility of moving up towards this 59052, though this would only make sense if we are going to get that extension. Other targets for this month to the upside would be 66024. So going to be watching out for those levels to see how we react if we do see this continuation up. Now, if we do start to see a bit of a deeper retracement here, I will be looking for potential support to come in at the 46321. We have the central lines here, which could be support at 41941, 39157, and this 36424. Other targets to the downside for this month, if we start to lose these central lines, would actually be this area here of this 26540, 19427, and all the way down here at this 6756. So if we do look at this as a corrective structure and we're having this play out through the rest of this month, we start to see a sell-off, this would align with the idea of testing out this S1 line. If we are looking for that possibility of continuation up here, where we're going to see a bit more of a rally to the upside, particularly within the idea of this having a bigger extension, then we could potentially see price looking to gravitate up towards these higher levels over here. So we're going to watch them, see how price reacts around the zones. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Everyone have a great day. We will see you in the next one. Take care.